guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Janaya and I'm back again with another video. So right quick, I'm gonna just hop right into it. This bead is on the drier side, so you can see that it's very bulky. So how to fix this is what I use is the belly of my brush, which is the part closest to the silver band, and I'm applying a lot of pressure. And when you flatten out the acrylic, the sides tend to like widen, so you just want to make sure that you're maintaining your shape by pushing the sides in to just bring that acrylic back to the top of the nail, and you're just swiping it back down. Anytime that the acrylic goes to the sides, you just want to go ahead and fix the shape. It will save you a lot of filing time in the end. I don't know why I'm bouncing around. I don't know if it's like a form of ADHD or what, but I pretty much never finished a nail. I just lay one bead and then go to another nail and then come back. I don't know why, y'all. But now that I know that these beads are on the drier side, I'm going to make sure that I use a lot more monomer. It's just very important to understand like powder to powder ratio, powder to liquid ratio. There we go. I think that's what it's called. To just understand like the consistencies with the beads, especially like with the cuticle areas and stuff like that. You just want to have like different consistencies throughout the nail. And it's just very important to understand all of them. And with practice and with time, you will learn to master those. So I'm pretty much just working my way up the nail. I'm working with smaller beads as well, so I have more time to work with the bead, and it's not as much acrylic to work with. Like I said, for the cuticle beads, you want to have the beads on the wetter side. This way oh my God, can I not speak, y'all? I swear every video I can never speak. But you want the beads to be on the wetter side so it can pretty much shape and mold into the shape of the cuticle. So you see I placed the bead near but not on the cuticle, and I pushed the acrylic up into the cuticle. Anytime I get acrylic on the skin or in the cuticle, on the cuticle, you just want to immediately remove it, because oh my gosh, y'all, I'm sorry. Once it hardens, it's going to be very hard to move. And I want you guys to just really observe like my brush movements. Majority of the time when my brush goes out of frame, I'm patting on the towel very quick. You just want to make sure that you're having a very clean brush, because this can pretty much affect your brush strokes. And if you have acrylic in your brush, you'll see the dried up acrylic streaks in your acrylic, and it's going to stick to the acrylic that you're laying down. It's just going to be a hot mess. So you just want to make sure that you use a very clean brush. If the acrylic doesn't come off, just keep patting it, y'all. Keep patting it. It will eventually come off. Wipe off your brush, get some monomer, and go ahead and start to move it. I should have wiped this bead because it was starting to dry, but I got monomer. I'm applying a lot of pressure when I'm swiping, and I'm moving very quickly because I know I do not have a lot of time to play with it. As you can see, the sides are very rounded. I'm going to come back and touch up the sides and touch up everything to make sure everything's kept, my shape is kept, and it's very nice and clean for me to file. Next, I'm going to go over my next bead. I'm pretty much building an apex at this point, so I'm placing the cuticle bead near but not on, letting it sit a little bit before I swipe, because I don't want to swipe away all of my apex, and I'm just going to blend it. You see the bead doesn't reach all the way to the bottom of the nail because this is an apex bead. You don't want the acrylic to reach all the way to the bottom. You want the mass majority of the acrylic to be on the stress area. And as you can see how I turned it from the side very quickly, it's not thick. It's not too thick and it's not too thin. This is the perfect shape and thickness that you want for the nail. A lot of times we tend to forget the tip of the nail, and it can be very thin. So you just want to go in with another bead and swipe up along the nail. You don't want to swipe down because you'll swipe off all the acrylic you just laid. Again, I'm placing another apex bead, placing the bead near but not on the cuticle, pushing up into the cuticle, and I'm going to swipe that bead down. I'm making sure that it reaches from sidewall to sidewall. We don't want any gaps or anything onto the side of the nail. It's not a pretty look, and especially when you have to polish, it's just going to look like a hot mess because you're going to be able to see the natural nail shining through the polish. So I want you guys to get this motion: place, pat, okay, wipe your brush off, go to the sides, and then go to the middle. Okay, you see the bead is running, so you're just going to make sure that the sides is straight at all times, making sure there's no acrylic on the cuticle, nothing on the skin. Sometimes, you just got to take your nail, and just get along the side. So you're placing it, you're pushing up, patting, wiping off your brush, you're going to the sides, and then you're going to go to the middle. Again, you're going to place, pat, push, do whatever you got to do. You're going to go to the side, and then the middle. You're going to come back to the sides, check out the sides. You're going to look at, as you're looking at the sides, you're going to look at it from the side and see if the nail is too thin. Look for any bumps and lumps, indents. And if there's a dent, go ahead and place a small bead of acrylic in that area. If it's too thin, go ahead and build you an apex. But this was a very quick tutorial, guys. I'll be back in a few days with another tutorial. Don't forget to leave your video suggestions down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next video.